Hello. For the water testing lab, Bella Golay, my roommate, she was my lab partner as well. And we tested both water samples from our kitchen sink and our bathroom sink in our St. Paul house. On Friday, we tested the first sample at 10 a.m. and then the second sample at 8 p.m. And for both tests, we used blue solo cups to collect the water samples. We expected that both of the tests would have very similar results and they both would all be in normal ranges, and for that we were correct. And we also predicted that our sink water would contain no lead and it would naturally have calcium and magnesium in it, and we were correct with that as well. Next, I will highlight some of our results and address what these results indicated for our water samples. So to start, the hardness of our water was a bit high at 100 milligrams per liter. And water hardness is defined as the amount of dissolved calcium and magnesium in the water. Therefore, our water most likely contains a high amount of these dissolved minerals. And calcium and magnesium enter water mainly through the weathering of rocks, it's been found. Next, we found that there was a pretty good amount of free chlorine present in our water for both of the tests. Free chlorine refers to the amount of chlorine that has yet to combine with chlorinated water in order to sanitize any contaminants or harmful microorganisms. And according to the CDC, it's highly recommended to not consume any water that exceeds 2.0 milligrams per liter of free chlorine. And so, therefore, the amount of free chlorine in our sink water was effective and safe. Next, we also discovered that our water had some amounts of copper in it, and according to the Minnesota Department of Health, copper is a metal that's used in parts of plumbing systems, and so copper can sometimes appear in drinking water or sink water. And copper is also easily shaped or molded, so it's commonly used in these plumbing systems. Some copper is okay for the body to consume, but if it's too much copper, you can experience health problems like vomiting, stomach cramps, diarrhea, or liver damage. And if the copper in your drinking water is from plumbing, you can attempt to remove copper by flushing the toilet before using the sink water for anything. In addition, it's also recommended by the CDC to avoid cooking or drinking with hot water from the sink because hot water actually dissolves more copper, so it's better to use colder water. And then in addition, methods such as reverse osmosis or distillation can remove copper from water. Studies like that. Nitrites found in water occurs from fertilizers through runoff water, sewage, and mineral deposits. And consuming too much nitrite in water can be very harmful, especially for babies. Studies have found that the cause of what's called the blue baby syndrome comes from nitrite, and the blue baby syndrome affects the ability to carry oxygen through red blood cells. Nitrates can appear in well water from fertilizers, septic systems, or food processing waste. Nitrate is actually regulated in drinking water. However, nitrate can indicate a presence of residential contaminants like bacteria and pesticides. Both nitrate and nitrite can be removed from drinking water through reverse osmosis, distillation, or ion exchange. And heating and or boiling your water will not remove these minerals. Next, I will discuss alkalinity. The amount found in our water was slightly high at 40 milligrams per liter, and this indicates that our water contains one or more ions such as hydroxides, carbonates, or bicarbonates. And alkalinity in water is defined as its capacity to neutralize an acid. And there is a relationship between alkalinity and the pH of water. The higher the alkalinity, the more lime the water contains, which can cause a water's medium pH to rise. And our measured pH was 6.8, and then our alkalinity was 40. After performing this lab, I'm very pleased with our water results, and I find comfort in knowing that our sink water is safe to drink, especially because the source is from the Mississippi River, and so there can be contaminants potentially, but it's very crucial to be aware of the type of water you're drinking, and I found this lab very interesting and fun. Thank you.